Welcome back to our ongoing journey through the world of One Piece. Today, we're diving into episodes 11 through 20, where Luffy and his growing crew face new challenges, encounter dangerous foes, and make new allies. Let's get right into it. In episode 11, the sinister plan of Captain Kuro is fully revealed. Kuro, who has been posing as Kaya's butler, Klahadore, for 3 years, intends to kill her and take her fortune. He's a cold, calculating pirate who faked his death to escape his notorious life. Now, with the help of his crew, the Black Cat Pirates, Kuro is ready to execute his plan. As Usopp, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami work together to protect Kaya, we see Usopp's growth from a liar to a determined warrior, willing to fight for what he believes in. This episode also marks a turning point for Kaya, who realizes that her trusted butler is actually a villain. The stakes are high as the crew prepares to face off against Kuro and his pirates. The action intensifies in episode 12 as Luffy and his crew confront the Black Cat Pirates. The battle takes place on a steep slope leading to Kaya's mansion, and it's here that we see just how dangerous Kuro's crew can be. Zoro faces off against the acrobatic duo, the Nyaban brothers, while Luffy struggles with his usual challenge getting lost. Meanwhile, Usopp shows his courage by holding off the pirates as best as he can, even though he's clearly outmatched. This episode highlights the strength of Luffy's growing crew and their ability to work together despite the odds. Episode 13 features a fierce battle between Zoro and the Nyaban brothers, Buchi and Sham. These two acrobatic swordsmen use their speed and agility to overwhelm Zoro, but he refuses to back down. Even after losing his swords, Zoro's determination shines through as he fights them off with sheer willpower. Zoro's resolve to protect his friends and fulfill his dream of becoming the world's greatest swordsman is evident in this episode. Despite being injured and outnumbered, Zoro's fighting spirit never wavers, showcasing his true strength as a swordsman and a loyal member of Luffy's crew. With Zoro holding off the Nyaban brothers, Luffy finally returns to the battlefield after being stuck in a cliff for most of the fight. Luffy's arrival shifts the tide of the battle, as his sheer strength and rubber abilities make him a formidable opponent for Kuro's crew. Meanwhile, Kaya gathers her courage and attempts to confront Kuro herself, offering her fortune in exchange for the lives of her friends. This act of bravery shows Kaya's growth from a sickly, sheltered girl to someone willing to stand up for those she cares about. The episode builds tension as Kuro's plan begins to unravel, and the final showdown looms. Episode 15 marks the climax of the battle against Kuro. Usopp, despite his fear and self-doubt, steps up to face Kuro, determined to protect Kaya and his village. This is a pivotal moment for Usopp, as he transitions from being seen as a cowardly liar to someone with real courage and resolve. Luffy, with his indomitable spirit, faces off against Kuro in a fierce battle. Kuro's speed and deadly shakushi technique make him a dangerous opponent, but Luffy's tenacity and desire to protect his friends give him the strength to defeat Kuro. This victory not only saves the village but also solidifies Usopp's place in Luffy's crew as a brave warrior. After the intense battle, episode 16 offers a moment of reflection and resolution. With Kuro defeated, Kaya is safe, and the village is saved. Kaya, grateful for everything Luffy and his crew have done, rewards them with the Going Merry, a sturdy ship that will become their trusty vessel for many adventures to come. Meanwhile, Usopp decides to join Luffy's crew, leaving behind his village and his friends, the Usopp Pirates, who were inspired by his stories. This episode highlights the emotional bond between Usopp and his village, as he bids farewell to his old life and embraces his new journey as a pirate. Episode 17 wraps up the Syrup Village arc with the final confrontation between Luffy and Kuro. Kuro, frustrated by his defeat, attempts one last, desperate attack, but Luffy's strength and determination prove too much for him. The episode ends with a sense of closure for the villagers and Kaya as they see off Luffy and his crew. The Syrup Village arc serves as an important chapter in the story, as it not only introduces Usopp as a new crewmate, but also gives the Straw Hat Pirates their first ship, the Going Merry. The crew's bond grows stronger as they set sail for their next adventure. In episode 18, Luffy and his crew encounter Gaimon, a strange man trapped inside a treasure chest on a remote island. Gaimon has been living on the island for years, guarding a set of treasure chests that he can't open. Though initially suspicious, Gaimon quickly warms up to Luffy and his crew. Gaimon's story is both humorous and touching, as he shares his tale of being abandoned by his former crewmates and his life of isolation. Despite the lack of treasure, Luffy offers Gaimon a place on his crew, but Gaimon chooses to stay on the island with his strange animal friends. This episode highlights Luffy's kindness and his ability to make friends wherever he goes. Episode 19 takes us into Zoro's past, revealing the origins of his three-sword style and his vow to become the world's greatest swordsman. We learn about Kuina, Zoro's childhood friend and rival, who was the only person he could never defeat. Kuina's tragic death left a deep impact on Zoro, and he vowed to fulfill her dream of becoming the strongest swordsman in the world. This episode provides crucial insight into Zoro's character, explaining his relentless dedication to his training and his strong sense of honor. Zoro's promise to Kuina is a driving force behind his quest, and it's a reminder of the personal motivations that each member of Luffy's crew carries with them. Episode 20 introduces us to Sanji, a skilled cook working at the floating restaurant Barati. Sanji is a ladies' man with a fierce temper, but he's also incredibly kind-hearted, especially when it comes to feeding those in need. We see his dedication to his craft and his deep respect for food, refusing to let anyone go hungry. Sanji's introduction adds a new dynamic to the crew, as he's not just a fighter but also a passionate chef. The episode also hints at Sanji's dream to find the All Blue, a legendary sea where fish from all over the world can be found. As Luffy and his crew arrive at the Barati, they're about to face a new set of challenges and meet new allies that will change the course of their journey. And that's a wrap on episodes 11 through 20 of One Piece. From the intense battles in Syrup Village to the introduction of new characters like Gaimon and Sanji, these episodes are packed with action, character development, and heartwarming moments. The crew is growing stronger and the adventure is just getting started. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next recap as we continue following Luffy and his crew on their quest to find the One Piece.